Hello and welcome to Fae Finders, the Dungeons and Dragons podcast navigating listeners into the vague and supernatural. My name is Asha Elzbieta, and I will be your dungeon master for campaign Voyage, and playing with me is the marvelous Max.
Hello!
The stupendous Sam.
Hello.
The astonishing Anya.
Hello.
And last but not least, but the honorable Hannah.
Hello.
Now let us continue on our voyage. For those of you wondering, that is my, what my friend and I figured out my name would be in Polish.
Ooh.
Asha Elżbieta.
Fancy.
It does not mean Ashley Elizabeth, but it is the closest. Alright. So to recap from last time, you all just arrived in the land of the gods and met quite an array of curious characters. You met Matt's dad, Pelor, god of the sun and agriculture, Saloon, goddess of the moon, along with her champion, Oriowin, and her champion's friends, Winona and Hestia, all of whom were familiar with Matt, Chevy, and Bruvik. Saloon offered you all a way home through her moon gate and gave you directions to Valhalla. In Valhalla, you dined and danced, with Cresselia and Mira having a pretty cute moment. Along with delivering Hela's letter to Kios, Valkyrie of Valhalla, who also became your tour guide. In the morning, Cresselia had a discussion with her parents before you all went to go find Hephaestus. The god offered to reforge the elemental sword if you did something you may not want to do, but need to do. After that, you had decided to go over to the Mayan pantheon to reunite Huehue with his body. And that's where we left off. So you're still at the forge, but you had just kind of decided that's where you're gonna go.
Alright, are we all heading there together?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, we walk, I suppose.
Yeah, we can follow Kios. She's gonna lead us.
Yeah.
Let me know when we're getting close to the Pantheon.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are walking, and as you're walking, Matt's kind of walking with Bruvik, and I think Chevy is walking with Koro. They're not hanging around with each other right now.
Oh, man.
Kind of like elbow Mira and just be like, hey, do you know what's going on with that? I thought they were super close and now they don't seem like they want to talk to each other anymore.
No, you're right. I don't quite know.
Can you guys make history checks for me?
Both of us?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. 5.
15.
Mira, you remember when you guys first got here, that when Matt and his dad were arguing, he was like, oh, what does your boyfriend think of this? And Matt said, Chevy's not my boyfriend. He was like, I'm not. And then he said it was complicated. Tell me how it's complicated. Yeah.
Mira just has this PTSD flashback.
Should we meddle, do you think? We could, try and get them to be friends again?
I don't know. I think they're having a disagreement.
Do you know something?
I think there are some unrequited feelings there.
Are they having a lover's spat? Oh, I'm really good at this. I can tell them to tell each other to like their faces.
I don't think that's going to do very much.
No, it's not one of those kind of situations. That's not the way.
No, I don't think so.
Well, usually I give pretty good advice, I think. So, I could try.
You could try.
Well, how about I practice right now? Hey, Mira, I like your face.
I like freeze and blush a whole lot.
You just kind of stop moving and
I'm like super caught off guard by this.
yeah, you guys are all walking and you see Mira just like stop and just kind of stand there like face beat red.
Sorry, I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. I just wanted to let you know if that's okay.
Yes, that's... Yes.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe we should start walking again, though, because we don't want to get too far behind. Okay, yeah, and then Cresselia's just, like, blushing really badly, too, because she thinks that she got Mira really flustered, so she's like, oh, okay.
It's so good.
You guys start walking up again. What else are you guys doing?
The whole group or just them two?
I mean, if those two want to keep doing something that's good, Bruvik, I don't know what you wanted to do.
I think he's just chatting with Matt right now, if he's the one he's currently walking with, and just like... I don't know, I think Bruvik is definitely nervous, knowing what's, like, about to happen. I think he's probably talking to Matt about, like, his mom, and, like, he has no idea what to expect.
I'm there too, right? Or was I with the other?
If you want
Yeah,
to be,
I would say yeah.
Chevy, I think you and Chevy are, like,
What?
right, like, behind us or something, so you can chime in.
Oh, I was with.
I'm pretty
I
sure,
pictured
because you
it
said
was
I
it
was
was
with
like-
Matt.
Yeah, it was like Bruvik
Yeah,
and Matt, and then Chevy and Coro were, like, standing beside each other, and then, like, we were, like, 2 by 2 by 2.
Okay.
if that's what you want, I'm just saying that, like, Matt's hanging around Bruvik, Chevy's hanging around Coro.
Okay, I'll stay with Chevy then.
Yeah, I think Bruvik is just talking to Matt and he's being like, I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm being honest. I mean, I don't. All I know is that my mother has some magic, and I get it from her. But like, I don't know anything about her as a person, you know.
I mean, I can understand that. I never met my mom. I think this would be pretty scary.
And is she like a god? Like, I don't like. Why is she here? What? Why did she never, you know, come back to me and my father? Like, I don't know
mean,
what I'm going to say.
That's fair. That's fair. And, you know, this probably isn't the greatest thing to say, but at least from my experience, I do hope she's passed on and this is just where she is now. Having my dad as a god sucks.
Yeah, it didn't,
So,
it didn't look great to me back there.
Oh yeah, he's more concerned about his followers and the well-being of him, you know, being praised. So yeah, I'm just hoping for your sake, at least from what I've experienced, that it's not a god.
Yeah, I guess we'll see though. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Do we see the Pantheon like coming closer, or is it still like out of our sight?
I just want to double check with everyone else if there's something else they want to do before I let you know.
Sure.
I think that Cresselia is just, like, walking beside Mira with her hands, like, behind her back, kind of like, yeah. And then just kind of, like, walking in silence a little bit, and they're, like, she's watching.
Yeah, there was no, like, real resolution there. It was just like, yeah.
Cause like,
So you
Cresselia
two were just
doesn't
kind of
know what to
awkwardly
do anymore.
walking
She
in
just-
silence.
Yeah, kind of. She's
And
like,
your faces
"Oh,
were
I
like
just-
beat red.
I told her that I liked her face, and she didn't say she liked mine, so I don't know what to do."
Oh no!
She's just kind of walking like, oh, "Okay, this is fine. I'm fine."
It's like the dog meme where the house is on fire.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Oh no. Coro, what are you up to?
I'd like to talk to Chevy. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like ask him when we're going, like, hey, you seem to like know a lot of people here. Have you been here before?
I haven't been here before. I mean, like, I kind of like met Saloon briefly. And I met like Aries briefly as well.
What?
But like, it was a thing. It was a whole thing.
That sounds kind of wild.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like back there, you know, like my cousin and her wife and her friend kind of like popped out of the portal and stuff. So like they're not from here. They're like from our world.
Yeah, they're like us.
Yeah. So yeah, they get into a lot of trouble. There's just
Yeah.
like trouble around every corner for them.
Sounds like you guys have been on some adventures.
Yeah, they used to be an adventuring group for hire. Now they're kind of doing their own things, so.
Okay. That's just what.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know, so we can, move on to what Ruvik was seeing in the distance.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about the Mayan pantheon, so.
Me neither. I never paid attention to that stuff, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I should be more devout, but I'm not.
It just, like, it wasn't something we really talked about as pirates. Like, pirates are pretty, like, independent, did their own thing. There's a lot of talk about, like, magic. Because, like, obviously Almira, like, and I did a lot of, like, magic stuff together, but other than that, we were just, like, plundering and stuff, as pirates do.
Yeah, I didn't really, I just kind of grew up with my mom and my sister, so we didn't really have a very exciting life until I met my cousin, and then just everything went off the rails.
Just everything went crazy. Yeah, it sounds kind of like us here with our little pirate group. Okay, not that being a pirate is normal, but like the last little while, like the last, like, what has it been, like a week, has been absolutely off the rails wild.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen anything like this.
I'm assuming this is what they went through. This is insane.
Yeah, this is not normal, but we gotta save Elmira, so that's what we gotta do.
Yeah, is it... What's going on between you and Elmira, by the way?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, like, you're, like, close?
Well, she's, like, my best friend, she's, like, my only friend, I guess, is probably a better way of saying it, because, like, when I was young, I, like, hid away on the ship, when basically I ran away from my home, and, I just needed to get away, so I'm like, oh, pirate ship, this can only end well, yeah. And, like, to be honest, I was quite lucky that it did end well, because a lot of pirate ships would have probably just, like, thrown me overboard or something. But, Elmira and I happened to get along pretty well. She was around my age, so they took me in with the pirates.
So you're, like, just friends?
I don't know how to...
Can I roll a perception to hear what they're saying? Because, like, I'm not having my own conversation, really. It's just kind of like I'm walking.
Sure.
Okay. I want to mess things up.
Oh my god!
Okay, hold on. 10?
No, I
Okay.
think you're too flustered.
No,
Yeah.
you don't hear this.
Okay, I'm done with these dice already. My new ones, they're not good.
Okay,
So you're just friends?
well, yeah, I think so. I've never really, like, thought about that. So,
Well, are you thinking about it now?
well, I mean, that you brought it up, I guess.
You guess what? What is that? I'm trying to pose a question here, and I'm not really getting an answer.
Look, I don't know. Feelings are hard, and, you know, sometimes it's hard to, like, understand them, so I don't think I have an answer for you.
Okay, that's fair. You've never thought about it before, so that's fair, but I've noticed the way she looks at you.
You think
She seems to care about you a lot.
you think she likes me?
I don't know, I just kind of notice she looks at you a lot. Intently.
That's what friends do, right? I'm kidding. Oh, well, cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't really know how to, like, react to this.
No,
at all.
I mean, like, it could just be a friend thing, like you said. Not that I would know anything about, relationships, I guess.
Oh no. What do you mean? Are you and Matt okay?
Well, I thought after kind of everything we went through, it was pretty much assumed we were dating, but guess not.
He said no?
Well, back when we met his dad, his dad referred to me as his boyfriend, and he said I was not his boyfriend, so I don't really know what's going on there.
Aw, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I'm sure he likes you. I think you should probably talk to him about it and, like, see what he thinks or what he's feeling. I mean, I guess it's always kind of hard to hear that. But I'm sure he cares for you. Like, to me, it looks like you both care for each other a lot.
Well, I think I'd like to hear it from him first.
Yeah. That makes sense. So I hope you guys work things out.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
You guys kind of start getting closer, and you start to you kind of see off in the distance this area with large block pyramids, and you can kind of see figures moving around. It's all very colorful. You can kind of assume that you're approaching Mayan Pantheon.
Hui Hui is around my waist, or like he's hanging off my belt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think as we approach it, I mean, does Hui Hui say anything as we get there?
Are we there yet? I can't see. I can only see the side of you. I see hills.
I grab Hui Hui and I kind of like, I think I kind of try to put it, in like the center of my body, so he kind of sees. I mean, I'm pretty tall. He'd see like a normal height if he's like,
Yeah.
right, stuck in my belt, in my center.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's it.
and
That's it.
I
That's right
perk up
there.
and I'm like, so this is your home, I suppose.
Yes, this is where my temple is, and all my other gods, and all the, followers. It's all here.
So when we take you in, you said you're going to get the body. Does that mean like you're going to sprout like little legs and arms and you'll run around like a little gremlin, or what are we talking here?
No. We have to go find. I have like a stone body that you just have to like put the mask on, and then I can use it. Yeah.
How big of a stone? Like 20 feet tall, or what are we talking here?
Probably around your height.
It kind of like freezes up for a bit. He's like, "Oh no." As we get closer, though, Brivik looks down at Hui Hui again. He's like, "Hui Hui, before we go in there, I just wanted to say that I know I kind of pulled your chain a little bit, yank your string, but I don't know that we would be here if you hadn't. I mean, back at the prison, kind of saved me and Mira, and I don't know. I don't really know how to say this, but I guess thank you for helping us so far."
Well, thank you for bringing me back home. I think I would have been stuck in that museum for like forever. You don't know. You don't understand how many times I tried to get people to come get me.
Maybe after like the first or second time, you could like rethink your strategy, because it didn't work on us very good. No, I think it made us all hate you, for a while. I don't know. Maybe just be open next time instead of doing like the whole trial thing. Maybe.
Yeah, I will not. I will just assume most people are messed up, and have a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's
I'll
pretty
just
true.
assume next time.
That's pretty true.
I was not expecting that, man. That was dark for me too. Like it popped up and it was like, huh?
Yes. Well, I guess that's all way behind us now, and you almost have your powers back, and I hope you don't smite us down when you get your stone body.
Oh, I will have no smite. I don't have the ability to smite. I had a lot of my powers taken away, so
Will they come back
yeah.
when you get your body, or are they like gone?
Oh, well, this is kind of like the stone body had powers taken away, and now I have even less powers, as just a mask. So like, yeah.
Makes sense, I suppose. Are we getting close to the Pantheon?
Yeah, you kind of enter this very bright, vibrant city. There's kind of average-sized people walking around, kind of all in these, like, Mayan and Teotihuacan kind of, attire, where it's, like, mostly these, like, skirts, and women kind of have wraps around their, upper body. There's just kind of people everywhere. There's even kids running around. It just kind of seems like this very vibrant city.
Oh. So wait, like, is there houses then? There are like homes all around here.
Yeah, there's houses. There's like people playing in the streets. There's gods dancing with their followers. There, you kind of see off in the distance people playing Pakatok in a ball court.
Do they look like spirits, or are they like, has there been a difference between the people that we've seen, like, that pass into the afterlife and, like, people that are still alive, or do they all kind of look the same?
Make a perception check.
Sure. 2 plus 4. I got 6.
I think you're a little too nervous to kind of notice at the moment.
That's fair.
Okay, so like, you just have to go down the street, go to the left, and then when you reach the marketplace, take a hard right, then a left at the 3rd street, and then just straight ahead.
Wait.
And that is where I left. Oh,
There's a marketplace?
I mean, this is a city.
Well, let's get some snacks first. I mean...
Can I have my body, please?
Yeah, but you said the market's on the way, and so, like, we grab, like, a couple fruits, and we have a good time. I don't see why we can't do both.
Okay, that is fine. Okay.
If we walk through the market, yeah, let me know if there is anything that would, like, catch Ruvik's eye.
Sure. You guys kind of start walking down the street, and you kind of enter the marketplace, and just these, like, rich smells, start to, I guess, consume your senses. You see, like, there's lots of squash, there's quinoa, you see someone is selling, like, beer, there's, like, beans, and, like, there's just, like, a lot going on here.
Is there,
kinda
like, a jewelry salesperson?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different vendors here.
Cresselia goes and is like, wants to find like a turquoise or like a lapis, something like blue. Any kind of like blue jewelry.
The closest you're probably gonna get is jade. You kind of see that there's like some more bluer jade. Hui Hui's made of jade himself, the mask, but you can find some, like, I guess pretty close to the color turquoise in terms of coloration of this jade. There's some stuff there.
Okay, she like goes and she's like looking at like necklaces or like any kind of pretty something.
Yeah, you see some like kind of chunky necklaces. There's some pretty, like, most of the stuff is pretty chunky in terms of jewelry wise. But if you're not looking for that, there are like a few like little rings made of jade.
Ooh, okay. She goes and she looks at the rings.
What's
she's
the
just kinda
richest
like-
smell that like can be noticed as well?
Probably the spices. You smell something real good and spicy.
Ruvik kind of walks over to the spices then.
Yeah, you walk over, there's a vendor, they got like a whole bunch of different spices, kind of all ground up. They also have like some of the peppers just kind of hanging out to dry, as well as they're kind of putting like some sort of like sauce over a dish.
I don't know if Ruvik says anything. I think he's just sniffing. I think he's just walking around sniffing things.
You there, would you like some tamales?
I don't know what that means.
It is like it has chicken in it, and it
Yes. Okay. Yep. I'll take it. I'll take one.
Oh, okay, that is 1 silver piece per tamale.
Do you take a gold piece for 10?
You want 10 tamales?
I mean, I have 10 golds and no silver, so yes.
I will take a gold, and here, take.
Um,
And he hands over 10, these, like, they're kind of wrapped in, like, banana leaves and tied together, but they're super warm on the inside.
Ruvik inhales one.
Oh, you should take the wrapping off.
He kind of pulls it out of his mouth as he's chewing.
Ooh.
What is it? Like, would Ruvik kind of, like, recognize this kind of taste, or is it very foreign to him?
I think it's foreign to you. Alva is not a very... It's kind of the center of the continent, so it kind of... And it was in, like, a civil war for 5 years where everything was locked out. So, I mean, maybe if you went to a marketplace with your dad once, probably not. Because you kind of lived in the mountains, so I'd say this is pretty foreign. You never, like, kind of ventured off to the capitals or anything like that, so...
Ruvik immediately
Yeah.
inhales 2 more, just, like, chomping them down.
It's like this, it's kind of spicy, it's got some, like, really nice shredded chicken on the inside, there's corn and all that, yeah, it's just really nice.
I think as Ruvik's chewing the third one, he looks up, he's like, how do you make this? This is amazing!
Well, you see, we spend time and we make the tortillas, and then we spend a lot of time, like, marinating and letting the chicken sit, and then we get some corn and we sort of boil it a little, and it just kind of comes up. There's a whole process to it.
Ruvik's is, like, taking down notes. He's like, I will make this one day.
He gives you the whole recipe.
Hell yeah.
And you write it down.
He looks down at Hui Hui. He's like, Hui Hui, you try this?
I can't eat, so but I used to. I used to. They're so good.
Can you smell?
No, I have no senses.
Well, you have hearing, right?
I have hearing. I can speak, but I hear. My mouth does not really move when I speak, so.
That's true. You are a haunted mask, Hui Hui.
Yep.
And he walks back to the group.
Cresselia's still just like looking at these rings, and she's like really wants one, but she's also like, oh, I don't know which one.
I think you should get that one. It's really pretty. I'm just gonna point you. I don't know what they look like, but I'll point to a pretty one. I'll point to the prettiest.
The prettiest one.
Yeah.
You see, there's this, kind of. It's kind of got like a grainy black, what's it called? Like the
veins?
Like the band of the ring. And it's kind of holding this nice jade kind of gem kind of in the center.
Look at that. That's so pretty.
And it's got some little splats.
Oh yeah, that one is so pretty. Excuse me, how much is this one?
Oh, that one. Oh, this is so nice. It is made of jade and it is made of green obsidian. This one here is going to run you probably 4 gold pieces.
4 gold pieces? Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
That is so good. Oh, here you go. And she kind of picks it up as if she's gonna like put it on your hand. She kind of has her hand out. Let me put it on.
And Cresselia puts out her hand and like has her middle finger ready for the ring to go on.
She slides it up your middle finger and takes your gold. Oh, it's so pretty on you. You're so pretty. It matches your hair.
Oh, thank you so much. I think it's lovely.
Yes, it is, me and my wife work on these rings together all the time.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Of course, come back anytime.
And she kind of just like keeps looking at the ring as she kind of like walks back to join everybody else.
Yeah, you guys are kind of walking through the crowd now. Or was anyone else gonna look for something in the marketplace?
I'm just there to encourage Cresselia to buy pretty things.
Okay, so you're like, oh wait, like what about earrings to go with it? She's like, what about earrings to go with it? Like maybe earrings?
Do you want earrings? Do you want earrings to go with the ring?
Oh, I don't know, Koro. Earrings?
I think they would look really good.
Do you think so?
Yeah, if it matches.
Give me a moment.
That would be so sweet.
I haven't put these out yet, so let me just. And she kind of goes underneath the table and pulls out a little box and, yes, these are done. I wasn't planning on putting them out yet, but she pulls out these earrings with this, like the kind of backings and what's holding the jade, is this green obsidian, and just these 2 perfectly polished circular round jade pieces.
Oh, Koro, those are so pretty, right?
They are so pretty.
Oh, how much are those ones?
These will cost you, now I have to say these are going to be a little bit more. We put a lot of effort into doing this one just to make sure it was perfectly round. These are going to cost you 5 gold.
5 golds? She kind of like looks at Koro and then she like scans around to like see if Mira's around, and she looks back at the merchant and she says, okay, yes, I'll take them.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And she puts them in a little baggie for you and hands it over. You're going to look so good. It's all matching.
Oh, I don't think these ones are gonna be for me.
Oh.
But thank you
You'll
so
have
much.
Of course, share your matching set. It's so beautiful. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. And she kind of like tries to hide her little bag and walks away.
Yeah, you all kind of rejoin the group. Hui Hui's. just okay, so like you need to make a hard right here, and then like you're going to go left at the 3rd street down, and then just straight ahead.
Ruvik kind of like walks to the front of the line. He's like, "You just tell us when to turn."
Okay. And he starts to kind of be your GPS.
Are we? So like, is it like a dense urban area then?
Yeah, it's pretty cramped. It's a very tight kind of city plan. But
Wait.
everyone's kind of moving around, everyone's having a good time.
Wait. The people that live here, are they like spirits or like what is this place?
Oh, they are extremely dead.
Okay.
This is where our followers come.
I see.
Unless they've been horrible, then they go, to Xibalba.
Yeah. I didn't like that guy.
Yeah, he did. I did not like what he said, but I guess yep.
Yup.
So you follow Hui Hui's directions and find a fisherman's port where spirits are having fun casting their nets. There's people just fishing.
Why do
out on some
spirits need
boats.
to fish?
It's the enjoyment.
Okay. Kind of weird.
Over there! Right over there, right by the shore, and you see a stone figure that stands hunched over by the water. It's blocky and only has a few carvings to really stylize and make it seem humanoid. It's covered in moss, and the feet have accumulated some barnacles on it. It seems like it's been standing there for a while.
Ruvik walks up to it and he kind of like inspects it. He's like, "We should really clean this up before we stick you back on, huh? Or do you just want to get back in immediately?"
I mean, if you want to clean it, that's fine.
I mean, he looks down at the barnacles. I mean, you can have like little, fish friends on your feet if you want. That's your decision. And he,
I mean, like, I'll kick him off but if you want to clean it, that's cool.
Ruvik unhooks Hui Hui's mask from his belt, and he holds them in his hand. He's like, "So, do I just stick you on the face then?"
Yeah, just place me. Just, it'll like, connect.
He slowly puts it towards the face.
Yeah, you start putting it closer to the face, and as soon as you get it close, it just kind of snaps right in. And the stone figure comes alive. The cubed finger joints move and flex as the body begins to move and sway a bit. Oh, it is so good to be back in business!
So like, is he slow then? Like, he's a big golem, right?
Yeah, he's basically like a golem.
I look at him like, wait, so what now then? I mean, you were a rock man, good for you, but like, what's the plan now? Is there anything else you have to do while you're here?
I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Before we go find your mom, I want to let the other gods know that I'm back and they don't have to search for me anymore.
Wait, is that a good idea? Because didn't they turn you into a mask in the first place?
Well, like, yeah, they did put me in the mask and everything, but like, I mean, it wasn't them who sent me to the other world. I mean, they must be worried sick. I mean, I just disappeared.
What if they're not? What if they don't want you to be back? Maybe we should do that afterwards. Also, just a question, because you mentioned it. How did you get sent to the other world?
There was this big dumb blue guy, okay? So dumb. He like floated around and sometimes he turned into like a fart and it was just, oh, I hate this guy. And it was one of this guy knows Bruvik's mom and it's kind of Bruvik's mom's fault that he came here in the first place, and like he just kind of took advantage
Wait
of
a
everything.
second.
Ruvik kind
and
of
he
looks
saw
at
me. I
Koro.
saw him doing stuff.
Ruvik looks
Wait
at
a
Koro.
second. What did the blue guy look like? Do you know what he looked like? We met a blue guy recently.
We met the blue fart.
We definitely met a blue fart. That is definitely something that happened. Oh god.
Oh, he's like big, and he has like a matching red vest and poofy pants. And his name's Savant, and I hate him because I saw him doing stuff. I saw what he stole, and then he saw me, that I saw him see it, and then he just ripped the mask right off and just took me with him.
Wait a second. What did he steal?
He stole something from Bruvik's mom.
I'm gonna look like really concerned at Koro and at Bruvik and be like, I think we really need to go and find your guys' parents. If I think I know what I think, then Koro, that might be your dad, no?
I think you're right, yeah.
This is really bad, guys.
Familial bonds. Yeah, wait, are you okay if we find my mother first? You can stretch out your stony limbs.
I mean, like,
Yeah, I
it
think
really
we need
shouldn't
to
be that
find-
long. I just want to go in, say I'm alive. They'll be like, oh yay, Hui Hui's back, and then like
Okay.
we can go.
As long as you don't get turned back into a mask and sent into like hell, and you can't help me find my mom, then we're fine.
Actually, Hui, you were so eager to get back into your body, so how can you imagine what Bruvik is feeling? He must also really want to go and see his mom, and I think you should do
If we
your
could
part of the
stop,
bargain.
if we could stop at the marketplace to get my body, I think we can stop to let people know I'm alive.
Rubik pulls another tamale out of his pouch and starts stacking on it.
Oh my god.
I really just want, like, I feel like they're like worried sick. Like, imagine what they must be worried sick because I disappeared. I don't want them to be worried anymore.
Okay,
Bruvik,
but
it's up to you because
if you get
this
sent
is for you
to
meet
hell
your mom.
again, we can't go get you. Wait, we can't save you if something goes wrong. So that's why we're saying we should do Rubik's first.
We can go there
No,
with
no.
Hui Hui first. I mean,
Are
this
you
is his
sure?
home. Yeah, it's okay. We have the whole day. I'm sure things will be okay.
Okay.
If you
And
say
Castelia
so.
goes and kind of like pats Bruvik's arm, like, it's gonna be okay.
Alright, just come with me, follow me. And he starts to like, kind of like do a bit of a jog. He starts heading back into town.
How fast is he? He's a stony man.
His movement is 30 feet.
Okay.
Same as all of you
Okay,
guys.
so we
I'm
can keep
actually
up
I
with
have
him
40
easy.
feet. So
He's going. He's having a good time. He's ready to go.
Okay, I guess we've. Well, at least I'll follow him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, who's in our group right now? Who came with?
You basically have the Neptune's Doom all together. All the druids stayed behind at Valhalla.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I told them to stay.
You kind of head out with this animated stack of rocks and walk through the joyous crowd again. Hui Hui's waving at people like, oh, hello, oh, nice beads you're working on. And it's pretty, like, as he's kind of walking around and you're kind of looking to where he's going, as soon as Hui Hui kind of turns, you notice some people glaring and have annoyed looks as Hui Hui passes.
Rubik's just like, yeah, checks out.
Yeah, Cresselia's just like kind of almost facepalm without facepalming, and it's like, I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, look, it's just right down here. Let me show you my temple just really quick. Look, it's like right here. And he kind of runs up ahead and you reach a small, rundown pyramid kind of on, it's supposed to be near the middle of the city.
Is it also covered in barnacles and moss?
It's pretty run down. There is some moss. There's no barnacles. The reason why the barnacles were there is because
The ocean,
the body was left by the shore. You can kind of see that the paint has faded, and the jaguar stone features have been kind of left to be worn by the weather, and one of them has even kind of cracked and fallen off. This is my place, guys. You want to come in, just see real quick?
Sure, I guess. But we shouldn't stay too long, remember? We have to go.
No, yeah. I just want to show you, like, my temple. This is where, like, people praise me. It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But now that
So
we
cool.
have seen it, we should probably go and take Bruvik to his mom.
Yeah. He kind of, like, runs inside the building.
Rubik
Cresselia
looks
is
back at
gonna
the
run
others and
after
kind of
him.
like shrugs, and then slowly walks over to where Hui Hui went.
You kind of go inside the building and you see it's much worse than the outside. Cobwebs have formed in any nook and cranny that it can find. The altar in there has like 2 gold pieces on it. There are like no torches lit. It's pretty gloomy in there.
I'll put a 3rd gold piece on the thing so that there's 3 instead of 2.
Oh, thank you. I'm assuming this is from like I had my follower Marco. He comes. I think he comes by. I don't know. I haven't been here. But he's like the only one who's kind of stuck around with me, and Hui Hui's just kind of cleaning cobwebs. I guess they didn't want to like like I've been gone. They wanted to make sure nothing was out of place, so they didn't clean anything. They just wanted to make sure everything's the same.
Yeah, that was real nice of them, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of like touching like the walls and stuff and looking around. Yeah, let's let the gods know I'm back, and we'll go find your mother Bruvik. Man, I miss the feeling of
Legs.
bumps and grains,
and-
huh?
Yeah.
You head back into town, and Hui Hui's still trying to greet people. People are ignoring him. You eventually find yourselves at a large temple that has vibrant colors and is gorgeously carved, with these feathered serpents and stone, and just all these features lining the building. This place is well kept, and as you kind of enter, you see an altar just filled with gifts.
Rubik kind of like slowly looks over at Hui Hui and then back at the kids.
What? What about the what?
No, it's nothing.
So I guess they weren't that popular, huh?
Don't be mean.
I wasn't that popular?
Well, yeah, I mean, if your temple got in all disarray, but this one looks fantastic.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, Marco's really the only one that stuck around. So
Wait,
How
were
long
you
were
nice?
you in that museum then?
4 years.
Wait, were you a nice god? You sounded like you were
I think
kind of not that great. If you were pulling pranks on people and probably being kind of mean, I think if you were nicer, people would like you more.
Okay, that stings.
Well, look at
I
how
mean,
you treated us when we first met you. That was really horrible.
I mean, like, I didn't know.
It's okay, Hui Hui. It's just like, I don't know. You learn from your experiences, And maybe
Yeah.
spending 4 years in the museum and being tortured by the likes of everyone. Maybe that's what is your step towards growth.
I'm just saying a little bit of self-reflection is probably good for all of us.
Look, now you're back and you have a second chance to make a name for yourself, right? It doesn't matter what happened, just what's going to happen.
Well, like, I was just kind of pulling. I'm just going to let them know I'm here.
Yes.
I'm just going to do that.
It's just a prank, bro.
You kind of you enter this kind of grand throne room, and see 14-foot tall humanoids, all with large headdresses and intricate skirts that involve weaving and beads sewn into it. And these figures seem extremely regal compared to those outside.
I thought you said large heads instead of large headdresses.
I think
Why
that's
are
where
their
it was
heads
going.
so big?
I think Cresselia just stands there and looks up at them and is just kind of like, oh wow, and then like if any of them look at her, she's just gonna like bow respectfully and like
Yeah, Bruvik does a little bow as well.
yeah, try and not get them to anger.
Hey guys, I'm back! It's me, Hui Hui!
What's their immediate reaction? What's their immediate facial reaction?
Their immediate facial reaction is like, just like,
Uh-oh.
Hui Hui, what did we say about unscheduled visits? Well, like, I thought you'd want to see me! Hey! Hui Hui, we do not have time for your antics.
That could be the name of the podcast.
Time for your antics,
Hui Hui, we don't have time for your antics.
Yeah.
honestly.
But I've been missing for 4 years. Did you not notice my body standing by the lake? Oh, we thought you threw your mask into the depths of the water.
Bruvik is trying, like, he's in the back of the crowd trying not to, like, laugh as he watches this interaction.
I think
He was
Cresselia's
nice to Hui
really
Hui. He's allowed to laugh
overwhelmed.
at him right now.
Yeah, I think Cresselia is really overwhelmed by all of these like gods that don't look happy, and she doesn't want to have any of them take it out on like the party.
I mean, like, no, I was stolen and I was taken to another world where I sat on a museum wall. And another god chimes in, well, it was a very lovely and quiet 4 years. Maybe we should send your captor a thank you card. And they all start to, like, just, like, erupt
Oh
into
my
laughter.
god.
Can Cresselia like go up and like tap on Hui Hui's stony leg?
Sure.
Hui Hui, now that you've said hello, maybe it's a good time to apologize for being so, trickster-like, and then we should go.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I just wanted to, like, you know, say sorry for all the pranks I pulled in the past. So, like, I'm sorry, and maybe, like, we could, like, talk a bit about, like, restoring me to my full power. I technically haven't bothered anyone for a while, so, you know. It's never going to happen, Hui Hui.
Bruvik kind of chimes up. He was like, if I might ask, why isn't Hui Hui allowed his powers again?
He was annoying.
Well,
He kept
yeah.
pulling pranks.
No, I mean,
So we just took it away, and it was pretty funny.
yes, but like, I don't know. It's a little mean to put him in a rock for like ever, you know? Like, you wouldn't like to be a rock covered in barnacles, so maybe don't make someone else a rock covered in barnacles.
Also,
I mean, Hui Hui said he's learned, and I think he's capable of it, so maybe give him a chance. I listen, this is coming from a person who probably dislikes him the most out of, like, looks about around the rest of him. Well,
I can confirm.
we have a complicated relationship.
What were you saying, Coral?
I just said I can confirm what he's saying. That he probably has a rocky relationship with Hui Hui.
Because he's a
Rocky.
rocket.
Yeah, I know. I'm so funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hui Hui is very annoying,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, we put him in a mask.
No, I listen.
And we took away all his followers,
It's-
except for one, so he didn't die.
It's very funny. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little bit cruel. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not a god, so
Well, you guys were pulling pranks on him for a while, right? Like this was
yeah, this is a
kind of
prank.
like the payback.
Yeah.
And so it's been 4 years. If maybe it's time to, and he's apologized. So maybe you guys can start over. That would be nice. Not that like we have anything to do with this because we're just mortals and you guys are powerful gods. So don't worry about it. We don't actually have a say. It's just a thought.
What has Hui Hui done to deserve his powers back?
He's helping us find an old family member.
I think it's not a question of like listen, I think he's still learning. I don't know if he needs them back right now, but like just give him a chance. Like he's already changed in the 1 week we've known him, so
Yeah,
he's
he actually
capable
helped,
of it.
he helped us quite a bit actually when we were trying to escape.
Just maybe, I don't know, keep an eye on him. Maybe give him a chance and don't just like put him in the bottom of the ocean forever. I don't know.
They kind of all start looking at each other, and they're kind of looking at this god in the center, who kind of crosses his legs and folds his hands together. How about we negotiate? Hui Hui will regain some of his powers back, but he will be under a mortal servitude. And if by the end of the mortal's life they felt like Hui Hui is worthy of his godhood, we will have further discussions.
I think that sounds fair, right, Hui
Yeah.
Hui?
Yeah, if that's how I can get my, godhood back. That's pretty cool. I could do that. Alright. Who volunteers?
Oh, it has to be one of us? You don't just choose?
I could choose. You, the taller of the group.
Vivek walks behind Wei Wei so he can't be seen under the silhouette of the stony body.
Let me see if, roll a stealth check for me.
Oh no, you're gonna be
it's a
stuck with Hui
17.
Hui for your
It's a
entire
17.
life.
You, hiding behind Hui Hui. Come here.
Hey, no. There's no there.
Come
no.
he-
There's no.
Come.
Ruvik, you can't just say no
I
to
am
a
Oh
a god.
Vivek meekly walks towards the god.
You said you had a complicated relationship with Hui Hui.
Yeah, he's a
And,
dick and he bullied me. Please don't do this. Listen, I like the guy, but like I don't need the servitude thing. Like I'm good, you know?
You wanted this. You said he deserves his chance, and you're going to acknowledge that you did that. Hui Hui, you will be underneath. What is your name?
John. It's
Don't lie to me. I'm a god.
It's Bruvik, please.
You'll be underneath Bruvik servitude. This is who you will serve until Bruvik dies.
Well, if Hui Hui is
And-
with me, I'm sure that won't be very long at all.
Priscilla just goes and like pats Ruvik's arm and is just like, "It's okay, buddy. We'll get through this. It'll be okay. We'll do it together. You know, we're not gonna just abandon you now that you have to permanently be stuck with Hui Hui."
This was supposed to be the end. I said the nice thing. I was nice and I was like, hey, you did good. And it was like...
I know. We're being punished for being nice people, but it's gonna be okay. And we're gonna stay with you, right, guys? Koro, Mira, yeah, yes, Yofis, Chevy, Matt. We're all gonna stay, and we're gonna take care of Bruvik. Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. See, Bruvik, you're not gonna be alone with Hui Hui.
Bruvik is just staring at the ground, wide-eyed.
Alright, well, here goes nothing. And it kind of spins its little finger, and you see the rocks start to glow to a point where you can't really see Hui Hui anymore. And when the light subsides, you see this 5'9" humanoid with tan skin, kind of scruffy black hair, wearing kind of some of the sort of same regalia the gods are wearing, and he also has a bit of a cleft lip.
Well, I'm glad you're not my height anymore, if I'm being honest. Wait, then, are we good to go?
He's kind of like looking at his hands, and he's like touching things around. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Okay.
So wait, are
We're
you
good to go.
are you like Bruvik's servant now? Like, do you have to listen to what he tells you to do?
I guess so. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Bruvik.
Bruvik cracks a slight smile, is like, this might be fun.
That could be really fun. You could still tell him to put himself in a pickle jar.
I mean, we'll need a bigger pickle jar, but...
Yeah, of course, but it could still be okay.
Yes, I'm sure it will be. Wait. It's time to find my mother.
Okay. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
And I turn
And,
towards the other gods. I'm like, thank you, I suppose, for listening to us and coming to a compromise. However terrible that compromise is for one individual here.
It's okay, Bruvik.
Hey, you said he deserved another chance. You can give it to
Yep,
him.
I did say that, didn't I?
It's all gonna work out, don't worry. And then, we're starting to walk towards the exit.
Yeah, you all head out back into the streets. Okay. So we need to go to the Seldrin Pantheon. That's where we're going to find your mother. And Cresselia, as you hear him say, Seldarin Pantheon, you recognize that pantheon yourself.
She kind of perks up and is like, wait, do you know what Bruvik's mom's name is?
Yes, I think it's going to be a big surprise. It's going to be really fun.
Okay, wait.
And he's
Hey,
gonna,
wait.
like, do-
Hey, wait. Do you remember what we talked about? Your interpretation of fun and how it is occasionally cruel and terrible for everyone?
Yeah.
With that conversation we had?
I would like to know what Bruvik's mom's name
Yeah.
is.
Is it fun like, oh, look at this dead child fun, or is it fun like, let's go to the Ferris wheel? Like, there's a difference.
Well, your mom's pretty cool, dude. She's pretty fun. So I think it's like go to the Ferris wheel fun.
Maybe we need to take him to a Ferris wheel to make sure that he knows what that actually means. I'm still not sure that he knows the difference, and I'm kind of having a pit in my stomach right now.
Well, wait, this will be strike 2 if you decide that you want to traumatize me again. But you know what? That's on you.
Okay. I mean, I like your mom's pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of a little mad because of her follower, but like she's pretty cool.
Who?
Huh?
Follower?
Her follower?
Let's go. Why don't we go? Let's go say hi.
Was her follower the blue
Is he
guy?
running off, or is he like still with the group?
He's kind of starting to walk away.
Cresselia runs up to him and was like, "Is her follower the blue guy?"
Yes.
And Cresselia just goes silent and straight-faced and just is starting to get really unhappy. Visibly on her face you can see that she's not happy.
No. What?
If we want to go to the Seldrin Pantheon, I don't know what your deal is. If we want to go say hi and visit, yeah.
Is he here?
The blue guy?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of blue people we've met. You guys have to be more specific. Like the farts, or
Yeah, him.
the one that killed our friend, or...
The fart guy.
Okay. That narrows it down. I didn't like him, if I'm being honest.
Didn't we leave Devotion in jail in Twinsville?
We did, but there's no way he's still there.
Well, it's not like he had the gun to get out like we did.
Yes, but I mean, he clearly has associates, who imprisoned us, so...
Okay, well.
Cresselia, could you roll another history check for me?
Yes. 12.
You remember, there was some sort of conversation going on that you overheard back in the camp, and you remember Devotion's name being brought up.
I don't think that Devotion's gonna be in that jail cell for very long. I think that he has a friend who was at that camp who's trying to get him out. I think he's working for those guys. I kind of overheard a conversation when I was looking for Mira and Bruvik. Koro, do you remember?
No, I mean, can I make a history check?
You didn't actually hear it. It was only Cresselia that heard the conversation.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. This is so weird.
I definitely heard that they were gonna go and try and get Devotion because I think he is gonna be in trouble, but it sounded like he works for those guys.
This is so weird. Everything is connected.
It does seem a little bit weird that everything is connected, but I also think, I think that I should go and get my family too before we go see Bruvik's mom, if you guys don't mind.
How far is the Pantheon from where we're currently at?
Are you asking, Hui that?
I was gonna ask you that, just because I don't know the map or the layout of the place.
You don't know. Kios is kind of your guide, but you also have Hui now.
Gotcha. Hui, how far is this Pantheon then?
It's just like kind of over the hill. I mean, like we could make like it's doable to do like a small detour back to Valhalla and then go, and it wouldn't take up too much time.
I mean,
Rubik
if you
shrugs
guys,
and he's like, yeah, I'm
if
okay
you guys
with
want to
that.
go, and I can just go with Kios, and
Wait.
and maybe we can do that, and then I can get my family. But I think that
Sure.
it's important.
You can
but-
come meet us if you want. You don't
Cresselia.
have to.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
up
it's
to
a
you
private
guys.
conversation.
Cresselia, are you trying to get information from them, or are you just trying to keep them safe? Like, why do you want?
I think it's important that they come with us, and I would like to keep them safe too, but I think that this is, if I'm thinking right, I think that I need to bring them, and
Okay, I want to go with you and help you with that.
thank you, Koro.
But I don't know if we should split up.
Matt, Chevy, Gert, where do you want to go? He's asking us.
Gert stays with Mira.
Mira, you want to stay with me then?
I'll go with you.
All right. Yofis, what's the plan then?
I'll come with you if that's what you need.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect, but I could use the support, I guess.
Chevy kind of perks up. I'll go with Cresselia, and Matt's like, well, I'll go with Bruvik then.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
See you guys
let's-
there, I guess.
Yeah, if something holds you up, we can try to meet you at Valhalla afterwards.
I'm gonna need to come there and see your mom too, I think. So we'll meet
Okay.
you
Weird,
there.
but okay. Sounds good.
I'm sorry, Bruvik.
No, it's okay. I mean,
I'm sorry. And then she just starts, like, walking away.
Well, it's actually this direction.
And then she turns around and she's so, like, upset. She's, like, she's starting to, like, get really upset. And she starts just, like, walking really quickly in the other direction where she's told to go. But you can see that she's kind of starting to, like, try her best to hold back tears, and she's kind of, like, breathing a little bit harder.
Bruvik looks back at Matt and he's like, I guess we'll see what that's all about when we see what's at the Pantheon.
I guess. I have no idea what's going on.
Are we good to go, everyone?
Yeah?
Hui?
Yeah.
Hui, lead the way.
We are so good. Let's go, guys. And he starts going off. And Cresselia, you're kind of walking. I think you have Koro and Chevy and Kios there. I think that's everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go run up next to Cresselia. Are you alright?
I don't think I'm going to be okay. I think that this is going to be really, really bad, but we're just going to have to see. I think I'm right about something, but I don't want to say anything until I know for sure, but this is really upsetting, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. I don't think I'm okay.
What do you think, like, his mom is in league with those people that kept your family captive?
I don't want to say anything bad about his mom until I know for sure, but something happened, and 4 years ago something happened, and I'm scared.
Well, you can tell me about it if you need. I might be able to help, but you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. We can focus on getting your family. And, I'm worried too because they always talk about that blue guy. Well, that guy's my dad, and I don't know if I want to see him. Because I don't know what to expect or what. I don't really know anything about him except he just kind of berated me when we ran into him and kind of ran that prisoner camp.
I think he's the reason why my family and I were split up 4 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right. For him. I mean,
there was
obviously not a nice dude.
Yeah, there was a really bad storm, and everything went wrong, and that's how I came and joined the pirate ship and met you guys, but I think that he was the one who started the storm that broke apart my family and killed some of my very, very close friends. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do if I go and Bruvik's mom is who I think she is.
Well, who do you think Bruvik's mom is then?
Well, we'll just go and see if she is who I think she is. Otherwise, it's not going to matter, but let's just start with getting back my family, and then we'll go together. And
well, is it a good idea to bring them together?
I think it's important that they see this too and that they know what's going on.
Okay. I trust you, so.
Thank you so much, Koro. I couldn't do this without you.
You guys head over to Valhalla. You get all the druids together. Are you saying anything, or are you just kind of like, we need to go somewhere?
I'm going to say that we need to go to see I'm going to say that I kind of think that I know what happened the night of the storm, and we need to go and see someone to confirm my suspicions.
Oh yeah, let's go. Lead the way.
Are you guys gonna be okay? I don't feel good about this. I'm really scared, and I don't want what I think is the case to be true. I don't want this to be true, but we have to go and find out.
Maces kind of comes over to you, and she puts her hands on your shoulders, and she looks you in the eyes. We're here to support you, just as you supported us, okay?
And she just, hugs her. Like no words, just like hugs her and like buries her head, and she's just kind of trying to like keep it together because she really does not want this to be true.
You all kind of get together and you head out for the Celadrin Pantheon. And we're now going to cut over to everyone else who have just arrived. You see this massive forest that you can't even begin to perceive the edges of. There are pristine lakes and rivers, and off in the distance you can see snowy mountains. Hui Hui navigates you through the forest, and you reach this beautiful forest sanctum, much like saloons, but it's much more grander and much more lush. You see this very chill-looking council of 14-foot tall, extremely fey figures with long, delicate ears and delicate features, one of which you actually recognize as the winged female from the beach Bruvik when you first arrived on the sandy shores. That same woman notices you all and begins to turn tail again. Airdrie, where are you going off to? As one of this figures with, like, he's got blonde hair, kind of like a bit of a short bowl cut kind of a deal. He's kind of in these robes, and they're all meditating around in a circle.
Bruvik looks at Hui Hui. He's like, is this it? Is this?
Yeah, hey! Airdrie! Your dumb blue follower took me in that awful storm. Hey! Airdrie, where are you going with their people? Oh! Hui! Long time no see, huh? When were you going to tell me you had the freaking sun? Like, that's pretty big news. And the winged figure looks at you, Bruvik, and you seem like you have questions. Why don't we step away for a moment?
Yeah. Okay.
Whack, dude. And they all kind of go back into their meditation. You kind of walked over with this, again, this pretty pale, 14-foot tall figure. She has this curly, fluffy hair that kind of looks like clouds, and it's white. And she has these big white wings, long fey ears.
Bruvik, as he approaches her, he's like, hi.
Hey. She's kind of doing finger guns.
Yeah, I think Bruvik just kind of when she does that, he raises a hand and waves and lowers the hand. He doesn't know what to say either.
So what's up, all of you party people?
Bruvik looks up at her and he's like, I don't know what to say. I guess I'm Bruvik. I guess I'm your son.
Yes, I know you, Bruvik. Yes. You're pretty big. You're like your dad's height. Wow. You look a lot like him.
Bruvik lowers his head again, and then raises it, and he's like, I'm sorry. What is your name again?
Oh, I am Airdrie Fania. I can put that
please do.
in chat. Fania.
And then Bruvik responds, and he's like, so are you a god then?
Yeah, I am part of the Celadrin council. I kind of do like stuff with the tempest and like storms, and I like birds.
Birds are.
Do you like birds? What do
Mm,
you like?
No, birds are good. I I like birds too. Um, I'm sorry. I mean, my father, he didn't talk about you that much. I mean, you were never there. So
Yes, your father, he. We decided it was best that you maybe didn't know. It wasn't. I mean, I can't really be around. I had other things I had to do. Which I guess I kind of sucked at, but
he,
your father is a very good man.
no, uh, he was, but he had to go to war for me, and I haven't seen him. Um, it's it was really hard. Um, I I don't know. I guess I mean, you're a god and all, and it seems that like you were never there.
Well, I mean, you don't. You, yeah, that sucked. Yeah, that stuff sucked. I can't say it didn't. But did you not find your dad?
I mean, he told me to go west when when he enlisted in the war, and because he thought it was the only way I would not have to go to battle. But I guess fighting is just what we're built for. 'Cause, that didn't really happen. I had to travel a long time westward, and I was alone for all of it. And I don't know. It's just hard, I guess.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. You're I mean, your dad's not here, so that's
Do you
any news.
I this is a hard question, I guess, but do you know if he's still alive?
I mean, he's not here. I would have brought him into my arms.
And Brewer kind of like lowers his
Brought him
head and
here.
smiles a bit. He's like, "Well, I guess that is some good news then."
And Koro and Cresselia and all the druids and Chevy and Kios kind of approach as you're having this conversation. And Cresselia, you kind of get this feeling. You've never seen your god before, but you get that same misty sea smell in your nostril, and you kind of see the long wings on this woman, and it reminds you of the wings you'd see on the birds that would nestle atop the ship.
She's kind of like walking forward, and she spots the goddess that she can assume to be Airdrie. Like, she thinks that it's her goddess, and she just kind of stops walking, and she's kind of just like trying to collect herself. Her face is starting to get into like an angry kind of like really like angry, sad kind of contorted way, and she just kind of quietly says, "If you were expecting us to bow to you, we're definitely not going to be doing that anymore."
And she kind of looks over and she looks at all the druids and you, and her eyes just kind of grow wide. Oh, wow. Hi, Look at you!
And she's
All
so
here.
angry, and she's just kind of like starting to kind of like boil over. She's like, you were supposed to protect us, and you abandoned us right when we needed you the most. You made it so that my family and I were separated for 4 years, and I didn't know if they were alive or dead. And you think that it's okay to just say, oh, hey, you're here? How could you have abandoned us?
I didn't mean to. I really didn't. I didn't mean to not protect you. There was some stuff going on, and I didn't really have control of the situation. And she just kind of starts like,
You were supposed to be our goddess and protected us against all of the bad storms, and you had done it, and then the one time we really needed you, and you just weren't there. We did everything to protect the ocean. We did everything right, and you just didn't. Why couldn't you just make it so that my family didn't go away?
I didn't want the storm to happen. I was manipulated. I didn't mean for this storm. I never wanted that storm to happen, but I try. I'm sorry. I didn't do.
I don't think that I could accept any excuse.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I sucked at my job after that. Yes. I had one job that I liked doing, which was watching over you and your family, and I got manipulated, and the storm happened.
I don't think I can forgive that. And she kind of just starts to like really, really be emotional and just starts to walk away.
Wait, please, just... Would you like to see your family?
That like makes her like stop. What do you mean? You know where the rest of them are?
How about I show you?
And she kind of starts to like slowly turn back around and walks forward. And she's like not being polite at all, no respect, just like walks up, glaring.
Just follow me. And all the druids have been following your lead, Cresselia. They're like, oh my gosh. And Airdrie kind of leads you. She kind of looks at you, Bruvik, with like a very, I'm sorry, just kind of this like look of, I'm sorry that this is the first impression of me kind of look. And she starts to lead Cresselia and the druids further into the forest.
Bruvik follows.
Do the rest of you?
Yeah.
She takes you further into the forest, over to a grove by a vast sea that mostly contains Aarakocra and air elementals, and a few other different races, but you do also see a group of half-elves.
Does Bruvik... Sorry, I was just curious. Does Bruvik, like, feel different here when it comes to, like, his connection to his magic?
It feels very strong.
Okay.
And I guess you can kind of assume now that the reason why you had your powers back when you first got here and everyone else didn't and they had to wait for the spell to wear off is because you're half god. When I found out Savant had, what he had done, I knew I had to try and fix the damage. Though your family, I know I messed up. And I did really enjoy how you looked after the sea. So I brought all of those who died to my sanctum so they could live a peaceful afterlife.
You're a god. How could you have let somebody do something that caused such a catastrophe?
Savant stole a very powerful artifact from me. And I still don't know how to get it back. But he used it to conjure the storm. It is what I use to stop and conjure.
What was the artifact?
It is a scepter of storms.
Okay.
But I brought them all here so that, they didn't end up... you guys didn't totally worship me. It was kind of just like a mutual friendship kind of deal. So, I brought them all here so they didn't go to the underworld where they would just kind of be floaters. Yeah.
Wait, but weren't some of the druids sent to the underworld?
Those guys are alive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the difference was they were like teleported kind of like how we were teleported.
Gotcha.
But they're still... Yeah. Do I see anybody? Oh no. Do I see... Who do I see?
I think the most noticeable color that you see is pink. Kind of this orangey pink, and it's someone you haven't seen in 4 years. You see a tanned young girl with bright pinky orange hair, and she's kind of like talking to some people and looking around and having a jolly good time.
I run up to her.
Kind of a corally
I just know.
hair.
I go and I'm just like starting to cry so hard, and I just run up to her and I just give her the biggest hug and like completely off guard, like no like preparation, just hug my best friend.
Yeah, you just run over and she's like, oh my gosh, that's so funny, haha. And she looks over and is like, huh? And you just like barrel her to the ground. And she looks at you, Cresselia?
Coral, I missed you so much.
Oh my gosh, I missed you too. Oh my gosh, are you dead now?
No, I'm still alive, but that night, and I saw your body, and you were gone.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That was... Wow. Oh my gosh, you're here. Yeah, that night sucked. I died.
Yeah. And then we all got separated, and I found some of our family, but not everybody yet.
Oh my gosh, guys! And everyone's kind of already noticed what's going on, and all the druids are kind of running in, and they're hugging loved ones and friends, and it's just kind of become this whole reunion. You even see Pribin and Trabin, and they come over at you, and they're so excited, and they look just as they did all those years ago, and Ulfin kind of approaches Pribin and Trabin as well, and they're kind of like, you can kind of see Ulfin's a little awkward because he's talking to these 7-year-olds.
Yeah. I think Cresselia's just like crying like crazy and just like enjoying seeing her best friend and just like everyone else who's there.
Yeah, it's good to have family. You kind of see, as everyone's kind of going around, this presence that was very much a part of your life, and you see Marcasse, who was once the voice of your circle, approaches all of you. How are you all here?
It's a really long story. We kind of have a teleportation gun, but, that's, yeah, well, I guess
Not that long a story,
it's not that
actually.
long a story, but it's kind of complicated. But I'm really happy to see you guys. I wish that you weren't here. Then you could come back with us.
It is unfortunate, yes. And someone of the druids who came from the camp kind of speak up. When the storm hit, those of us who didn't die were all sent to different worlds, and Cresselia here's the one who stayed in our world, but she's the one that brought us all together.
Yeah,
Is this true?
it is. I couldn't just not know where everyone was. I had to get us back together. That was my whole mission for the last 4 years.
He kind of nods at you. Yes, Cresselia, you have done a great justice for our circle.
Well, thank you. I've been trying my best. All I cared about for so long was making sure that I found everybody.
I'm going to see who's all here. Haven't done head count in a while. Yes. Enjoy the reunion. And he kind of starts like seeing all who's here now.
She kind of was like, thank you. And like nods her head and kind of goes back to like Coral and is like, oh my gosh, you're still so tiny.
Yeah, I don't really age after you die, so, I'm still kind of 14.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The time went by so fast and slow at the same time.
Yeah, it's been it's pretty cool here. Airdrie's been pretty nice to us. She kind of gave us a sweet spot in her sanctum.
Are you not mad at her?
Well, after she explained what happened, what else can you do? We're already dead, so, that we were pretty mad at her for a while, but, she's here now.
I suppose. Do you know anything? Did she tell you about what happened with one of her followers stealing her scepter thing?
Yeah, the Scepter of Storms. Yeah, she told us about this guy Savant. He was like a follower that like she personally like protected, and so she was like pretty mad after this guy did this stuff. And she's like been trying to find him and everything, but it's been hard. So like yeah.
Well, we have seen him. Actually, funny story. He's kind of one of my friend's dad.
Oh. Yeah. Wow.
It's kind of a mess, and I'm still trying to fix everything, but it's getting really complicated. So,
Yeah. Well, haha. Your friend. Who's your friend? You made friends over the years. That's so good.
well, yeah, I got taken in by a pirate crew, actually. It's been kind of a wild ride.
A pirate crew?
Yeah. So I'm still at least on the ocean.
Wow.
Well,
You must have been through a lot.
yeah, I was alone. I was just on a port town, stuck there for a little while, and then I was adopted.
Wow, that's wow. Kind of after our. Is anyone else doing anything while this is all going
I'm
on?
okay.
I think Bruvik's looking around and like, I think he's just like, because I think the way he's feeling is a way he's never really felt before, and so he's just kind of trying to take in the nature and the power, I guess he's feeling.
Yeah. You're kind of watching and looking around this forest, and also kind of this reunion. It's pretty hard not to look at. Anything that you're doing, Mira?
No, I'm just observing.
Yeah. So the reunion kind of, people aren't as loud anymore, and Marquess, kind of gathers everyone around. Please, if everyone could come and just come over here for... I would like to speak to you all. Do you go over, Cresselia?
Yeah, as soon as he says something, I just, perk up and walk over.
Years we have gone by waiting to find out what happened to our beloved circle. For those who passed on, to tell the tale, I see that there are still a few missing, but Cresselia has brought most of you back together. It will be hard for you all to rebuild, but you are strong. You are survivors. And with no doubt you will succeed under a new leader. Unfortunately, that can no longer be me. I've died. I died that night. But I would like to direct you to a new leader. I want to appoint Cresselia to be the next voice of the circle.
She kind of, jumps in shock and is like, excuse me?
She has proven to be loyal and brave to you all. She has brought you together, and I trust her to bring everyone else back.
Marquess, are you certain that that's the right decision? I greatly appreciate that you consider me, but maybe my father would be a better choice. Or my mother. Both of them have done great jobs as well with our circle. They were prominent members when we were all together before the storm. Are you sure?
I don't discredit what your parents have done, but Cresselia, you have brought everyone together. You have brought... And he kind of points to, Macis and the whole crew from hell. You've brought these people out of hell. You've brought the rest of them. You brought Ulfin from a world that is pretty weird to understand. Not quite sure what a minivan is.
Oh yeah,
but,
it's really not that great.
It's like a regular van, but it's a little bit smaller.
I don't know what a van is. And you brought the most people here out of a pretty terrifying place.
Well, I didn't do it by myself. I had my other friends help, and the whole crew of the Neptune's Doom, we, worked on this together. I can't take credit for all of that just for myself.
You are humble, Cresselia, but if it were not for you, and where you ended up, and for you to keep looking, we would not be here.
I couldn't let my family suffer.
Everyone's kind of looking at you, to see, what is she gonna accept? What's going on here?
I don't know if I can accept that position, Marquess. I think it would be much more suited for one of my parents to. I don't think I'm ready to take that on.
Maybe a walk will change your mind.
Yeah. Maybe, is there, any body of water around? Can I go for a swim?
Yes, we can. There's an ocean over there. We can take a swim.
Okay, that sounds good. This is kind of overwhelming for me, especially just right now. Yeah, okay.
And he kind of starts to gestures his hand to start heading that way.
Yeah, I'll follow.
And you two kind of head off over into the ocean. Bruvik, your mother turns to you. Bruvik, I want to show you someone.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of holds out her hands to you.
Like holding out, like for me to take, or holding out as in showing me something?
Like, she's got both of her hands in front of her towards you.
I take them, I guess?
She kind of, as you take them, she slides her hands up over to your wrists, and her wings spread out, and you shoot straight above the trees.
Bruvik is screaming. Bruvik is just screaming.
It's okay. It's pretty.
Warning. Next time, okay? I am good at water and land, but not the other one.
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Okay. You gods have a funny perception of jokes.
She kind of soars, and you see spirits kind of in these clearings in the trees who are playing and enjoying themselves, all gathered under their god's protection. You soar, and it's just, you can see this forest just kind of looks like it goes on forever. You descend and go into this grove that probably you could assume belongs to another god. You see the blonde fey man from earlier who is in the meditation circle, who seems to be kind of the god of this area. She puts you down. She gives you a nice little pat on the back and approaches the god.
I kind of follow her from behind.
Corellin, I wish to speak with young Winley. Certainly, but may I ask what this is about? I will explain later. Alright. And Corellin leaves. Is there anything you're saying to her as you're kind of just waiting there?
I think he's just, like, watching intently, like, waiting to see what happens.
The Fey god returns, and he is holding the hand of a young elven girl with long blonde hair, dressed in a fine white nightgown. Airdrie kind of goes over and takes her hand from Corellin and walks over to you. Winley, this is Bruvik. Bruvik, this is Winley. Do you remember Bruvik, Winley? And she looks up at you and she nods her head, and as you're kind of looking at her, you do see some markings on her neck.
Oh, okay. Yep, okay. When Bruvik realizes who this is, he kind of like lowers his head shamefully.
She kind of lets go of Airdrie's hand and just kind of walks over and hugs your leg because she's small.
Bruvik just kind of like under his breath, just like a couple times is just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She just hugs you a little tighter.
Bruvik is like crying a little bit.
Oh. She kind of lets go and looks up at you. And she kind of like gestures for you to come down.
Bruvik kind of like kneels down towards her.
She's kind of like having to put her hands on your shoulder and kind of boost herself up to get to your ear. And she just says, "It wasn't your fault."
But it wasn't my fault, but I could have done more. I could have done better.
I'm okay now.
I'm so glad to hear that. It's hard not to feel guilty, you know? You had a future and I couldn't protect that.
I don't know. Um, it was much scarier without you.
Perfect smiles a little bit. He's like, I'm glad that I could help you in any way I can.
And she kind of gives you, she kind of scrambles up and gives you a hug and walks back over to Corellin.
And Brivik turns back to Airdrie. So, did you see that that riot then? Were you watching or?
I was, yes.
Kind of lowers his head again. He's like, why didn't you? I guess I'm not really sure how gods work, but why didn't you help?
I've been thinking about that night for a very long time. And it puzzles me still. I saw the arrow, but I didn't see anyone else there.
That was almost it for me. I didn't have any more motivation after that. The only reason I'm here now is because I was saved by good people.
Yes, and I'm
Hmm?
I'm glad they found you.
Bira kind of like nods as well. He's like, yes, I seriously have no idea where I'd be right now.
Yes, I still am trying to figure out what happened. I saw the arrow, but I did not see a person fire that arrow.
I mean, it is in the past now. It's hard to change what has already happened, but I guess I appreciate you protecting her here.
She was underneath Corellin's protection. Her parents worshipped him.
Are they
But
are they here with her?
her mother is, yes.
That makes me happy, I suppose.
She is safe now.
Ruvik looks up at her and he's like, Do you know where my father is?
We sort of made an arrangement that I wouldn't spy on him anymore. So, no. I just assumed that, you found each other.
I haven't gone back to the mainland in a while, and I think next time I do, I will look for him. But I just don't really know where to start. It's a big country.
I mean, you could always start at home.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've been back there. I don't even know if I would call it home. But I guess it would be good to see that cabin again.
Yes, it is. I have very fond memories in that cabin.
I miss working with him. I miss simply hammering away in his presence. It's scary when you are alone because you don't really know what to expect. but it's safer when you have people you trust.
Your father is a very good man, Bruvik.
He kind of nods. He's like, I am proud to be his son.
She kind of gives you a little nod and puts out her hands again.
Rick looks at her hands. He's like, okay, flying, right? This is another flying time.
Yes.
Kind of like swallows. And he's like, all right, let's do it, I guess. And he reaches out his hands.
And she again grabs your wrists and shoots up into
Why
the
do you
air.
have to shoot up? Why can't you just like gently fly up, like a oh.
And as you're complaining about that, she starts to like do a loop-de-loop.
He screams again.
And she's just kind of soaring with you. And I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today.